This is a bit disturbing that the kids would love.
So no, I'm not trying to.
Yeah, but kids love it. He's
kids
right.
do love it.
You know, a small child who does not know anything, he loves playing with a gun. But what do kids love? Playing with cars.
They are on PlayStation.
They like playing with cars, but blowing up cars on
that
it's a whole
on a
other.
PlayStation. What, they are not just out on a drive on a PlayStation. They are in a race. They are blowing cars, and they do love. It's not that when I started doing this stuff, the more response I got was from the kids, and that's what happens every time.
So now all of your films will have it. Even if you make a drama and a really sort of romantic film, there will be at least one sequence with cars blowing up,
I
right?
don't know.
And Ajay walking in slow motion in the middle of it all.
I really don't know.
Guaranteed.
But, I don't know, but yes, I can't deny it's working.
Well, so far,
It's
so
working,
good.
yeah.
Now, action in your time when you first started was like seriously dangerous, right? I mean, you would get hurt.
More dangerous than what it is today.
So what are the challenges today with all the sort of help you have with computer generated stuff and special effects?
It's become safer, but you know what happens is then the challenge is that everybody is now, earlier we were secured that, you know, only we can do the stunt and nobody else can do it. So there was no challenge.
Yeah.
Because there was no competition. Now with all these cables and things coming in,
I can do the stunts that you do almost, right?
Lot of people can
like
do
I
it.
could.
Yeah.
It's become easier.
It's become easier. So the challenge is to do better than what they do. Okay. In this film also, if you see the action, the way he's designed the action, see, nothing is different or new, I would say, in any film. But yes, redesigned, I would say. And either you see raw action or you see stylized action. But the combination which he's created of that raw power in a stylized manner is something completely different and new.
Raw power, meaning that still kept that ethnic root of it.
Ethnic
like,
root,
yeah.
the hand fight you call, and you could feel the power on screen.
Now, you're both family men, but you spend a lot of time away by nature of your work, right? So do you think space and distance actually keeps a marriage solid?
I don't believe that. I don't think so. You have to work, and that's why you're working.
So then what is the reason that both your marriages are like, you know, supposedly?
Yeah, but people who different kind of work also and come back home every evening, their marriages also work. So it depends from person to person. There is no reason for a marriage to work. It depends on you want it to work or you don't want it to work.
So what is that one ingredient that sort of keeps it together? Just the desire to make it work, would you say?
Of course, the desire to make it work keeps it together, and the importance of the other person, how important that other person is to you, what your priorities are. So all these things put together, they make it work.
And you're both like, because you're extremely successful, both of you, I'm sure you're surrounded by a lot of pretty young, you know, starlets who are sort of happily throwing themselves at you and surrounded by temptation. So what would you say would be the best way to counter that temptation? Or hide it? I don't know.
Keep yourself occupied.
With what? That's
With work.
the question.
With work.
So, would you say that you guys are clean of the couch situations or just clever about the couch situations?
See, there are two options. Have you heard anything about us?
That's why I'm asking. Never. But that's what I mean. Either clever or clean.
Either we are clean or either we are clever.
So that's what I want to hear. Which one is it?
I mean, we are not going to let out such secrets.
Too much, huh? Boys gang. What is it about, I'll ask Ajay second, but first one, what is it about Ajay that all the actresses he works with, especially the young starlets, just gush about him? They kind of, if they were allowed to, they would fall in love with you publicly, right? Even Kajal.
Who stopped them?
Who's stopping them? I think Kajal. That's who's stopping them, you know? And even she fell in love with you in a record time of 10 days of meeting you. What is it? What is this charm that you've got?
No, there's no charm, I think.
That you don't answer. You answer. You've known him a long, long time. You see girls falling in love with him.
I've seen boys or even some stupid stars, they try too hard. You know, they try to impress a girl, and I
thought
believe
you said boys also falling in love with him. Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
And I think women, I think they are gifted. They come to know what this guy is up to. Somehow, I don't know how. That you don't need to try hard, or you don't need to be extra sweet, or get into all that stuff, you know, or try to be over smart, which many of them do and get into a lot of trouble.
You mean the boys who are the
I'm talking about, yeah, boys who
are
try
extra
to impress girls, you know. That's not the way, I think.
So he's got the killer, I'm not going to do anything, so the girl has to overcompensate and do
Not
things.
really, but...
I really don't know. I mean, you can't ask me such questions.
I can totally ask you such questions.
And don't expect answers out of it then.
Okay, that's a whole other thing. And on that note,